Okay, how's it going, guys? This is Mike from BTech Reviews here, and this is Tuesday Tech Talk. And I'm gonna go ahead and share this live stream just because I'm live right now, and I don't know if anyone's gonna actually view the live stream, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. And we'll go from there. See if I can get anyone to watch, even if it's just for a few minutes. Post on Twitter, and I will post on Facebook, I guess. Share on a page you manage, yada yada yada. No, not that page. All right, done. Sounds good. Let's see if we can get anyone in the chat here. So while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and check that out. Let me see if I can dim the light over here. Maybe I'll turn this light on above me just a bit more. There we go. That way we can get. What's up, Michael Hill? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining in on the chat today. Again, this is just Tuesday Tech Talk, man. So thanks for joining in on the chat. I haven't really been all this past week. Actually, I did not upload any videos. So if you're here with me, man, thanks. Go ahead and hit that like button if you are just joining in. And we'll go ahead and get started as far as chit-chatting. At least as long as I have one person, I think that's okay. Hopefully, let me close the door back here. Yeah, let me close the door so that we don't get any ugly background noise over here. And all right, hold on. All right, so here we are, and again, hopefully we can get a few more people to join in tonight. I don't know how long this stream is going to go. I think I'm only going to try to stream for about an hour today. So again, I didn't upload any videos all last week. It was the week after Easter, and I guess mentally I'm just kind of drained because there hasn't really been any motivation as of late as far as me making YouTube videos. And the reason being is because I haven't been able to get my hands on review units for the channel, and it just hasn't been there just hasn't been consistency with me wanting to make videos. So I know like all last week basically they were talking about Samsung and the Galaxy Fold, and how a lot of the tech reviewers out there were getting devices that were failing. So when that was going on, I was just like, well, it's not a surprise that it was happening. Obviously, it was more of a beta test for Samsung to send out all of those review units, and have people test those review units out. And obviously, it was very impactful because a lot of these devices were breaking, or the screens were going out, and they were just not, they weren't lasting the reviewers more than a few days. So it's good that Samsung decided to kind of push that back a little bit. For sure, I kind of agree that it was the right thing for them to do, especially with the debacle that they had a few years back with the Galaxy Note 7, which we all know about that one, the Firegate, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see, can I chit chat here? Let me see if y'all can see my chat here, and let's see what's going on. Maybe I might be the only one still here chit chatting, but that's okay. And we'll go ahead and wait to see. I was okay. Michael Hill, you were the one asking about the Umidigi A3 Pro. I have the phone right here, by the way. If you're interested, I will actually sell you mine if you haven't bought one. I have the original box and everything. In fact, this phone is basically in pristine condition because I haven't taken it out of my house since I reviewed it. So yeah, so I mean, basically, yeah, I mean, if you're asking about the Umidigi A3 Pro, here it is right here, man. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I mean, I know you were asking a lot of questions as far as the usability of it and it working on other networks. This is the rose gold version. There's two versions of it, or this is the black, or there's a black and there is the rose gold version of it. So here's this version. I bought the rose gold version, I believe at the time for like $80 or $90. It was on sale, and right now you can probably still get it on sale on Amazon. It's a nice little phone, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, for the price, for what it is, you get 3 gigs of RAM, you get, I believe, 32 gigs of storage, decent camera. It's not gonna be like bells and whistles left and right. But one thing that I'm super impressed by this phone is the build quality. I feel like it's got a very solid build quality, and I was actually watching TechRight's unboxing of the, I believe it was the S3 Pro, which is the same brand as this Umidigi, right? Which is, again, Umidigi, if you can see that, right? And the build quality on that one seemed a lot cheaper, and the price of it was like almost 3 times as much as far as this phone, with slightly better specs. Okay, yes, it has a different processor. Yes, it has, more RAM, etc., bigger memory, better camera, but at the same time, like, the build quality has to kind of has to be taken into consideration. It's got a little bit more features. It's got features like NFC and whatnot, but I just think it's interesting that the build quality from that phone is a lot like cheaper and just, I guess, relatively uglier. All right, hold on, let me see. I'm looking at messages here from a friend. So if you have any questions on the Umidigi A3 Pro, man, go ahead and spill it out. I will go ahead and answer any of those for you. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and just take a look at this text message really quick. Find out what's going on here. Oh yeah, he's got a Razer. What's the chase? Okay, we're sorry. I have a friend that's talking about Funko Pops over here. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah, I mean, whatever questions about you have the Umidigi A3 Pro, that's fine. I'll be here to answer any questions, man. But for the most part, yes. I mean, it's a decent phone for the price. Would you recommend the phone? I mean, it really depends what you're looking for. Like, my only gripe with this phone right now is the camera, or the camera app. It's not so much the camera as it is the camera app and the fingerprint sensor on it. The fingerprint sensor is not always 100% accurate. Like right now, I have my finger resting on it, and it does take a few times for it to go through. And this thing does have face unlock also, so if you press it, it'll just unlock. So right now, again, you can see here, for the most part, the face unlock works when it wants to. So there's a lot of little good features of this phone. As far as the price point, though, if you're looking to spend under $150, I might go another route. Or it really depends on your price range. Like if your price range is within $150, I would probably go for like a phone like the Moto G6 or the Moto G6 Play, especially since those Motorola devices have a little bit more of a better build and better reputation as far as the phones go, and just build quality in general on Motorola, in my opinion, is just a lot better. You're going to get an almost bigger screen, just way better specs in general, a more fluid experience. But if you're looking to just purchase this phone in general, there's a lot of little good things about this phone that people, don't realize. First of all, again, like I said, it's got a really good build quality. It has the headphone jack right here down here, which is, again, very rare in a phone in 2019. A lot of flagship devices are, steering away from headphone jacks, which is, it's a good, it's not a horrible thing. One little quirk about this phone is, it does have only a micro USB charging port. So it's got an old school charging port opposed to a new school charging port. So it's not USB Type-C. I had someone make a comment on that video saying that it was USB Type-C. I'm like, no, it's not USB Type-C. It is, it is what it is. It's micro USB, and that's not to say that micro USB is bad. I'm over here wiping down the screen. It's not for everyone, obviously. I mean, you can get chargers and stuff like that for $1 nowadays. I don't believe this phone supports quick charging or rapid charging, so there's a lot of little trade-offs when it comes to getting the Umidigi A3 Pro. Let's see if the face unlock works again. It says too many attempts, try again later. Oh wow. Okay, so I don't know if that's my face unlock or my fingerprint sensor. And according to this, there is a wireless update. Let me see if you guys can get that. So boom, the Umidigi A3 Pro does have a new version. I don't know if this is Android or if this is just like, bug fixes. This phone had one, or I don't remember if it was this or the new Mobile G3 Plus that had an update a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go ahead and update this so you can see here. I don't know what that is. You're going to see my screen go blank. So I'm going to let that update. So wow, we are doing a live wireless update for the Umidigi A3 Pro. So while that updates, and I don't know if that's going to fix anything, especially the camera. There's just been a lot of stuff with the camera that I can gripe and complain about. You know what I mean? But let's go. Let's talk about review units. So I am actually going to get a new review unit this week. I will be getting it hopefully on Friday. So expect an unboxing video. And I put a poll on my Twitter and my Facebook page. Or Facebook or not Facebook, YouTube, my YouTube like little post feed or whatever, and my Twitter page. So if you guys follow me on those, go ahead and vote. And I want to see if you guys can guess the phone that I'm actually going to get this Friday. Michael Hill says, have you ever experienced lagging on the device before? Yeah, I mean, it does lag. It does stutter. I mean, it only has 3 gigs of RAM. I mean, it's not... Okay, I'm going to install now. I'm installing the update. So just so you guys can see, boom, it's installing the update. So, and the phone's blanking out. So that's all right. It's going to restart. But anyway, well, again, yeah, the phone lags. It's not perfect. I mean, you're not going to get a super fluid device. You know, if you plan to, you know, purchase this phone, it's basically just going to be for basic stuff. You know, it's going to be light gaming. It's going to be a light social media use as far as like Twitter, Facebook, you know, Instagram, stuff like that goes. You know, very, very light, I guess, picture and video. I mean, I wouldn't consider the camera on this to be super great. I mean, in the right type of environment and whatnot, you'll be able to get a good camera shot, obviously. I mean, again, it's got dual camera, but again, like there's really no point to this camera on the bottom or what the little telephoto lens that it has. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it doesn't give you like wide angle shots or anything like that. But that's probably like my only gripe with this specific phone is the fact that you know, the camera app and you know, again, the fingerprint sensor, which again, maybe this update will fix those little things. It seems like Umidigi supports its devices just like New Mobile does. So you might get a few updates. Again, this is running Android 8.1 out of the box. So I mean, it's not going to be running the newest version of Android, but at the same time, what's up, Live by Tech? How you doing, man? Just doing a Tuesday night live tech talk or whatever, and I'm wearing my B-Tech hat, man. So thanks for joining in. You know, I don't expect a lot more people to join in on this video, but you're asking how much is this phone right here? The Umidigi A3 Pro. If you're interested in purchasing it for me, message me, and I'll give you a price. Man, I won't say it live here, but obviously it's going to be less than the retail value. If you want to purchase it, man. I'm not selling these hats, by the way, man. My dad actually got me this hat for my birthday, I think. He got it embroidered somewhere. I don't know where exactly. If you're familiar with like flea markets or whatever, he went to a local flea market and he got it done there. There was people that were doing that there. But other than that, you know, I mean, we're just here talking about the Umidigi A3 Pro. I'm here also talking about the review unit that I'm going to get this Friday. So if you guys are interested in guessing what that unit is, you know, I'll play along. But you know, I am excited to get a new review unit in my hands and a new device to play with. You know, it's been, you know, about a month or so since I've been able to actually test out a new device, and reason being is because money just hasn't been there, obviously. You know, I'm trying to save and pay off bills, etc., like that. So you know, just bear with me. You know, I know my YouTube content hasn't been crazy. I was saying earlier in the beginning of the video that last week I just didn't post any videos at all, just because. Are you asking me Apple or Android? If I had to choose, honestly, I would choose Apple, man. But only because Apple phones just work great, man. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I have the iPhone 10. I've had this phone since the December of 2017, and this phone just does not disappoint me. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, the battery on this iPhone 10 is getting a little older. I mean, I'm having to charge the device at least once a day now during. You know, it's got maybe about 4 to 5 hours on-screen battery time. Do you think the Umidigi A3 is better than the Pro? No. If you're going to get the regular Umidigi A3, it has lesser specs than the actual Pro. So I think that one only has 2 gigs of RAM, opposed to this one, which has 3 gigs of RAM. So let's see. let me get this unlocked here for you guys really quick. Wrong pin. That can't be correct. All right, so the phone just started back up, and feels a little bit snappier. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, well, for the most part, I mean, it's again the phone's starting up, and I mean, Michael Hill, you were asking like, hey, does this phone, stutter? It's gonna stutter, man. This phone isn't perfect. It's got an M-Tech processor. It's only a quad core. I mean, I feel like quad core processing in 2019 is kind of like, it's not that significant anymore. It's not that great. Back then, I know back like in 2000 and like, 13 and 14, quad core processing was actually like a thing. And like now it's just like, okay, now you need something with at least 6 to 8 cores to have a very fluid device. Have you heard about the OnePlus 7? Yes, I've been hearing a lot of rumors as far as the OnePlus 7 goes. And I'm not really gonna go too much into the OnePlus just because OnePlus devices, in my opinion, are no longer cheap. They used to be when they were under $500. They used to be, a lot cheaper than what they're asking for now. Now, if you want to get a OnePlus device, you're going to spend $600 plus. You know what I mean? And again, those devices are limited. I'm not to say that those devices aren't worth it, but a lot of people knock on the cameras, I guess, when it comes to the OnePlus devices. So I've had several friends that have them, and I've used or I've messed around with the OnePlus 5T and the OnePlus 6. And okay, you're guessing. No, the OnePlus 7 is not the phone I am getting this Friday. So you're wrong there, man. Sorry. Good guess though. Let's just say that I'll give you guys a hint. The phone is under $300. Okay, or it's $300 and less. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm kind of excited about that, and I'm ready to get my hands dirty. What I'm more excited about is like the picture and video quality of the handset than anything else. But obviously, everything's going to go into factor when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm just really excited. But no, it is not a Blue brand phone. Getting warmer, okay, but it's not a Blue brand phone. It is a pretty well-known manufacturer though, so it's not like it's not a Blue brand, or it's not like, I mean, I wouldn't consider Blue a generic brand, but I mean, if you think about it, it really is. Blue and like Umidigi they're getting better though. I mean, there's not to talk trash about like these devices, but like there's like a lot of no-name brand devices that people still don't know about. No, it is not a Xiaomi phone. Although I've been wanting to test out Xiaomi forever now, by the way, especially the Poco phone. I know that phone got like a lot of good feedback last year, but no, it's not. It's not any of those. Frank Crawford, long time no see, man. Thanks for joining in. If you guys can please hit that like button, by the way, over here on my live stream, man. That way people can get hits or whatever, or I can get hits. And see what's going on. All right. Yeah, let me know. Let's see. Okay, Frank Crawford. Frank Crawford, for those of you who are watching, and I know a lot of you guys are not going to watch this video later. A lot of my new subscribers, what's cool is I'm still getting new subscribers, but like I don't ever see any of these new subscribers comment on my videos or anything like that. They just subscribe. But Frank, you guessed right, man. So yes, this Friday I will be getting the Moto G7, okay? And I actually got it under the retail value price, I want to say. The Moto G7, there's 2 versions of it. I mean, there's like 3 different versions. There's the G7 Power, there's the G7 Play, there's the regular G7, and then whatever else. What's up, Frank? Shout outs to you, man, by the way. And shout outs to Live by Tech for always chiming in on my videos, by the way. Shout out to you, Michael Hill. Also, thanks for joining in. But yes, I actually purchased the Moto G7 International version, which is about like $30 cheaper than the actual Moto G7. So I don't know what the difference is. I'm gonna pop my SIM card in to the phone just to see if it does work and if I have any issues. If not, then I'm probably going to end up returning it. We'll see how it goes. I need to kind of figure out or ask like what the return policy is on that. I did not order it on Amazon. I ordered it through Walmart.com. So Walmart.com is the one in charge of my delivery on that. So hopefully I get it this Friday. Unfortunately, shipping's a little slow on it. They don't have them in store, so they actually have to ship it to me, which is going to be a pain in the butt because I hate playing the waiting game. But the cool part about that is I am off Thursday and Friday. So if it does come in Thursday or Friday, I will be able to, use those devices, etc., like that. So I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm not. It is what it is. So, but yeah, you're going to get Frank says, I'm going to get the Moto G7 Power. Have you ever had the Blue R2 Plus 2019? I have not. I mean, I've seen several reviews, Michael Hill, and that's a good question on the R2 device. It's not a bad phone from what I'm seeing. It's a nice little budget device, but I mean, for what it is, I mean, it really just depends on your preference of the type of phone that you're going to get, man. I mean, and where the money that you're putting into it, you know what I mean? I mean, all phones are going to have their ups and downs, you know what I mean? They're going to have, their device. Let's see what's going on here. I should send myself a super chat over here just for the hell of it. Anyone that wants to send a super chat, by the way, I'll love you forever, by the way. Okay, Frank Crawford says you'll get it. Shop at Walmart all the time. Okay, yeah, no, and I'm not worried about getting it. I'm just waiting on the mail. The mail's obviously it's going to take time to ship to my house. I don't know exactly where it's coming from. If it's from a U.S. People, or if it's someone that's like selling out of the country that's sending me the international version of it. But you know what? I mean, I've noticed that Walmart, when it comes to like their online sales, is almost as good as Amazon now that I'm looking at it. Not quite there yet. I mean, obviously, once Amazon starts offering 1-day Prime shipping, I think that's going to be crazy. By the way, offering 1-day shipping, and right now I am a Prime member, so I'm super interested to see like if 1-day shipping is actually going to like work or benefit. I feel like for you to get 1-day shipping, you have to order in the morning the day before. It has to be before like a specific time. Like I don't think they're just going to drone it to your house, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm super excited about the Moto G7. I've had most of the Moto G series phones. The only Moto G series phones that I didn't have was the Moto G5. I had the original Moto G1, the Moto G2, the Moto G3. Let's see, did I have the 4? I might have skipped the 4 actually. Okay, backtrack it there. I did not have the 4 and the 5, but I did review the Moto G6 last year, and of course this year I'm gonna review the Moto G7. So I'm super excited about that. We got more people coming in, so if you guys are just joining in, please like this video. Give me some hits. Let's overcome YouTube's algorithm over here. Let's try to beat that. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, Michael, if you're interested in purchasing this specific phone, which is the UmaDigi A3 Pro, man. Shameless plug, man. If you're interested to this, DM me directly on my YouTube account or whatever, or send me an email. You can access my email through whatever. If you go to my main YouTube page, you can access it through there, and I will send you this phone. I can ship it out to you within like today or tomorrow or even the next day. So Mill Hustles, what's up, man? You want to try the Moto P30 Play, aka Android One? Yes. So Mill Hustle, shout out to you, bro. By the way, so yeah, he posted a video a couple days back on it being on sale on Amazon.com. I think right now it's going for like 200. I think retail it was going for like 400 or close to 500 originally, and that's actually a device that I wanted to kind of use as well. Also, I had gotten my hands on it when I went to Best Buy one time, and it seemed like a pretty solid device. How are LTE bands on the UmaDigi? I mean, they're not bad. I mean, I put in a Mint Mobile SIM card in this thing, and I was getting about, I think, 60 to 100 download speeds. So, I mean, obviously that really depends on your area and the network. Again, I have T-Mobile and Mint Mobile, which, again, in my area, it's pretty strong. But if you guys want to check it out, I'll go ahead and I'll pop in a SIM card right now and just show you guys how strong the LTE bands are on the UmaDigi. So if you don't mind waiting a few seconds, no hustle, I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so I have to pop out the SIM card from this, which is my new mobile G3 Plus, by the way. So we're live. Why not, right, guys? I mean, you guys are the best fans that YouTube could ask for. Okay, now I gotta dust up here on my desk, by the way. It's been a while since I've dusted, so I need to take care of that. And it does say I am live. Let's see. Google Pixel 3 is okay. Well, okay, I'm getting news there. Give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna pop the SIM card out, and again, this is Mint Mobile. So bear with me. And I've been kind of swapping the Mint Mobile SIM card from phone to phone, just testing it out. So, okay, here's the UmaDigi A3 Pro. Let's find the SIM card slot tray. It's right here. So opening that up there really quick. Take care of this. Let's see. And if you guys are wondering, this thing does have it does have 2 SIM card trays plus expandable memories. So if you guys are wondering, hey, like if the memory on this is not going to expand, it is. It's gonna it's gonna expand very good actually. So you can, I think, put up a 128 gigabyte SD card in here. So if 32 gigs is not enough for you, then definitely you might want to look at getting a micro SD card. So, okay, so let me go ahead and just get that popped in here really quick for you guys. All right, so let me disconnect my Wi-Fi. Oop, okay, I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so let's disconnect the Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is right there. Okay, maybe not. I keep clicking the wrong thing. I don't know why it keeps bringing in that up. That's so weird. Okay, so there we go. And I hope I still have people here that are watching. If not, then I'm just doing this for nobody. Okay, so Mill Hustles again. If you're looking at this, if I can get that to focus there, maybe not. Okay, hold on. Let me bring the drop down just so you can see what's going on here. Hold on. All right, so you can see here that it's running on Mint's 4G network. All right, Michael Hill, and I don't know what's going on. My live feed doesn't. It says that I only have like 1 person watching. So it does say that I'm running on 4G VO LTE. So let's go ahead and bring speed test up here. Okay, hold on. Speedtest.net, obviously. All right, that's so weird. I don't know if that's like a YouTube glitch or what, but like I have all these people that are still watching, but it says that there's only like 1 person watching. Okay, so Mill Hustles wants to know how the bands are on the Mint Mobile. So let's take a look. I mean, right now, again, it's nighttime. And, it really depends. I'm going to run probably several tests. Let's get it closer over here. Right now, about 40 meg download speed. And again, this is what, the LTE. Upload speed's probably going to be a little better. I always find the upload speed for T-Mobile is a lot better than its download speed. I don't know why. All right, so you can see here that it had 35.4 download speed and 32.2 upload. So not bad. I mean, I don't know what to say there. Hold on, let me see if I can change the area. Let's see, megabits units. Okay, I don't know what units is. All right, I know back then you can actually change the location of where you were at. Let's see, T-Mobile. Okay, yeah. So yeah, even here it tells you, like, it gives you a map of like where you are and whatnot. You can see all like that highlighted area. It's T-Mobile basically. So I mean, there's no issues as far as service goes. Let's do one more speed test, I guess, just for kicks, and we'll try it out. So for people that are wondering what the LTE bands are for Mint Mobile and the UmaDigi A3 Pro. I mean, it's not going to be perfect all the time, obviously, right? I think for the most part, look at that. Right now I only got 14 download. 14 14 download, and I'm getting, again, pretty good upload. And again, so that one was 14 download, 32 upload. Again, one more time, and then I will stop doing the speed test for you guys, just because. So right now, again, there you go, you're seeing it go up. It's averaging about 30 download megs. And again, this is prepaid. This is Mint Mobile. So if you guys have other carriers that might have better service, you might be getting better data speeds. But for the most part, I mean, I can't complain. So again, 32 download, 32 upload. So I'm not complaining as far as the LTE speed goes. And Michael Hill and Live by Tech, thanks for staying and being with us here. Not sure how long I plan to do this. I guess how long I plan to do this. What do you call it? This live stream tonight. But again, I was just chit chatting earlier, saying like, hey, if you guys have been wondering like where I've been, I didn't bother to post any videos last week just because I wanted to kind of see if my YouTube channel would be losing viewership because I'm not posting videos. So for the most part, I wasn't losing a significant amount of views. I think my channel was still getting, on average, maybe about 100 or 200 less views out of the week or out of the day, opposed to when I'm consistently uploading. So I do not use Mint on my iPhone, man, but I have T-Mobile, so it's like almost the same. Right now, if you guys want to see a speed test on my iPhone, I can totally show you also. All right, we're going to do speed test iPhone, okay? And you can tell the screen looks like a lot better on my iPhone compared to the Uma DG-A3 Pro, which is obviously this is an OLED and this is like an IPS display. So right now you can see the bands on my iPhone probably a little better. I'm getting a little bit better download speed on the iPhone, 70, 66. And again, this is LTE. Right in South Texas, so I mean, don't think that it's anything else, right? But for the most part, I actually do not connect to Wi-Fi at home because I have unlimited. I have unlimited here at whatever my data plan is with T-Mobile. So I never connect to my home Wi-Fi because I always feel like it lags with my home Wi-Fi opposed to this. So I got 66 download speed and 26 upload speed with my iPhone. So I'm really not wanting to put the SIM card in my iPhone though, because I don't want to mess with my contacts or anything like that, because I've done that before and it's messed up But for the most part, if any of you guys are interested in this Uma Digi-A3 Pro, I am actually thinking about selling it. So hit me with the message if you guys are interested in this device. That obviously, again, I will let this go under retail because I've had it for a couple months. Only used it for review, by the way, so there's no scrapes or scratches or cracks. It's a very good condition phone, by the way. So I just need to wipe down the screen, and that's because the screen has a screen protector on it already installed. So technically, like, the screen has never been touched, if you think about it. Frank Crawford, are you still there, man? Let's see. Oh, wow. All right, sorry, we're checking out a message. Let's see. Okay. All right. Any other questions, fellas, or comments, I guess, about my YouTube channel and what's going on, guys? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by like all of these messages down here. Let's see. What's up? Let me type to you guys. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like my Funko Pop collection, it's kind of getting bigger back there. And I was at a local Comic-Con recently. Frank Crawford, okay. So I was at a local Comic-Con recently, and I actually picked up a Funko that's valued at like almost $100, and it is only and I paid like about 80 for it. So let me show you guys. Okay, let me get this out. So before I drop everything. All right. So for those of you guys who don't follow me, I'm a big wrestling fan, right? And I got my hands on this Hollywood Hogan pop. Okay, so this is a vaulted WWE pop. It's not easy to find, and I've actually been trying to get my hands on this for like a few years. and I just have never seen it at any local conventions or cons when they pop up. And finally, I saw it, and it was at a local collector's table, obviously, right? And you know, the value of this, I believe, is about $95. And I told the guy, hey, I'll give you $80 for it, and he said, yeah, I'll take it or whatever. So I'm kind of glad because this is a very hard pop to find, and it goes for actually more like online, like on eBay. Live by Tech says, so am I going to start uploading more? I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to start uploading more or not. I mean, I mean, yes, when I get the what. Well, let me put this right here. I guess when I get the new Moto G7, you will see more videos, and I'll do comparison videos with the you know, Moto G7 with like phones like the new Mobile G3 Plus, which again, to me, like, this is a really good phone for the price. Like, for what you get, the build quality and just everything, like, as a whole, the battery life, etc., like that. You know, this phone is, in my opinion, is still, although it is in the price range of phones like the Moto G7 or the Moto G7 Play, etc., like that. So that might be like a little concerning to people. Obviously, Motorola has more of a stronger background when it comes to its cell phones and devices, but I'm still genuinely impressed by the G3 Plus, and I'm hoping that if New Mobile ever reaches out to me to send me the G4, I'll be super excited to test that phone out. Frank Crawford says, I'm still here, and Live by Tech says, am I going to start uploading more? Okay, give me 1 second. So right here, I'm getting a news story by Google saying the Google Pixel 3 is a sales disappointment, sells less than the Pixel 2. So that's not a surprise. Mill Hustle says, I'd always pick a Moto over the new mobile phones. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, Moto devices are probably always going to be a little better, but for the price, I believe right now, I think the G3 Plus is only $199, and the regular G3 is $179. I mean, to me, that's a steal for the amount of tech that you get in this specific device. And Mill Hustle says, and I'm not a big Moto fan, to be honest. And, you know, that's saying something about Motorola. You know, Motorola has been around for obviously a lot longer. It's one of the first actual phone makers. You know, maybe you should do an iPhone X still worthy in 2019 video. You know what, Live by Tech, you are not the first person to tell me that or whatever. Yeah, Motorola was great. I mean, before smartphones, you know, it was very popular for the Razr devices and you know, the older cell phones and just in general. You know, and I'm not knocking on Motorola for anything. I think Google kind of screwed up. They dropped the ball when they purchased Motorola, and then they just, you know, ended up selling it to Lenovo, and they only bought Motorola for patent purposes, from what I was reading in the past. But you know, Google could have, you know, changed the way you know, Android and phones were made, you know, for when they made the purchase. Just like Apple does with their devices, you know what I mean? And you know, Apple is its own brand, so you know, Google and Motorola could have been hand in hand, and it could have just been, you know, I don't know if Google would have decided, hey, let's rebrand the Google whatever, and just scrap the Motorola name, but at least you know that was previously Motorola, right? But I mean, again, Mill Hustles, I know you have a little bit of beef with, or you may or not have a little beef with New Mobile, because I know you had issues with your G3 Plus, man. So, you know, I hope that they ended up sending you the other device. If not, man, I hope they end up sending you another one eventually or whatever. So far, you know, I haven't had any issues with my G3 Plus, man. I mean, it's a good device, man. I mean, it's got a solid looking screen. It's got a solid build. You know, the camera, you know, it's there. Obviously, it's got its little quirks with the camera that I would probably like to gripe about. I'm really not a fan of the actual camera app in general. But for the most part, it doesn't lag as bad as it used to after the update. So, Live by Tech says, what I would like to watch right now is like people take a phone and do all day video and pick tests. Okay, I'm just gonna do it like a 24-hour video test. Okay, Live by Tech. Can you elaborate on that a little more, man? Like, I mean, like from morning to, are you saying like you want to review from like morning all the way to the end of the day, just to see how like the video goes or something like that? Or like, I I kind of get what you mean there, but I kind of don't. You know, on okay, hold on, responding. All right, let's see. But that, I think that's an interesting concept for you to mention. For someone to make an all day video from start to finish and just be like, okay, this is going to be the video. You know, from morning up until the time the person goes to bed, and how the phone reacts, if the phone has a good charge on it or not. You know what the battery percentage is at the end of the day. That would probably take a very good chunk of time though, and obviously it would have to be broken up into parts. Obviously I can't record all day. There's just no camera that has that amount of memory and whatnot. So you would actually have to break that up into like a lot of little pieces. Hey man, I got 5 viewers now. What's going on? Thanks for joining in, guys. Again, if you guys haven't liked this video, please give it a like. Please share it on your Twitter or social media channels so I can get more hits or whatever. But man, Mill Hustles, you will be shocked when I probably do a comparison video with this phone against the Moto G7. So I'm looking forward to doing a comparison video. That's a cat hair, by the way. But with the new Mobile G3 Plus and the Motorola G7, man, I'm super excited. And you might see one with the Umidigi A3 Pro also, just depending. Let's see if they updated the app. I think the one thing that I hate about this phone, and again, this is the Umidigi A3 Pro, is the camera app, man. I just don't think it's that good. Let's see. Let's see. Look at how long it took to like just get that picture. It's not a very good picture, guys. I'm not very photogenic, but you can see how washed and grainy that is. And again, this is using the back camera. Again, it probably looks better. It probably looks better on this screen. All this. And let me lower the brightness on this phone all the way. Maybe it'll look better. There we go. It looks better with the brightness all the way down. But yeah, I mean, it's not that great of a camera. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Live by Tech says, I like watching Mr. Mobile do his videos. You know what's cool about that guy? I think I used to watch him on another phone review channel. I think he used to work for Pocket Now or one of those other companies, I think, and then he just decided, hey, I'm going to go do my own review videos, and he just branched off. And a lot of people have done that in the past, when they're working for like media companies like that. Because they know what they're doing, you know what I mean? Guys like Mr. Mobile or even John Redinger, who obviously, was the founder of Techno Buffalo, and then he decided to sell off the company and just continue his own brand, which is just his name, John Redinger. So one person that I was really kind of disappointed that kind of left the smartphone game was Aaron Baker. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Aaron Baker. He used to be the editor-in-chief of PhoneDog.com, and I always enjoyed watching his videos back in the day. He had just such a great voice and such a great tone when it came to his review videos, and I was just genuinely always impressed. Basically, he's one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube to begin with. So if you guys find Aaron Baker on Twitter, thank him and say, hey, I watch B-Tech reviews because you inspired him. Okay, as lame as that sounds, right? All right, looks like we got one or two more people joining in. Again, guys, please continue to hit that like button. Send those super chats my way because I need the cash. Lame, I know, but no. So earlier in the beginning of the video, we were actually talking about the Galaxy Fold. So if you guys are interested in talking about that phone and kind of the debacle that's going on with Samsung right now, I'm kind of interested in talking about that a little bit. So obviously, like the past couple of weeks, it's been all over the media that the Samsung devices have been failing, and just like not a lot of good things have been happening. The screens have been failing, and just this and that. So I mean, I think it's a good thing that Samsung, obviously they recognize that shit was going wrong with what was happening. It's a good thing that they ended up sending them out to reviewers before actually putting the device on sale. because they can go and correct any major issues or flaws. But the thing about that is, if they have already like so many of these phones produced and made, they have to send them all back to the factory to get tweaked and whatnot, and it's going to cost Samsung a lot of money. So if you think about it, Samsung is already losing money even before the phone's selling, just because they have to go and they have to redesign or refix whatever issues they have to do with that phone. You know what I mean? My personal opinion on the Samsung Galaxy Fold, I was going to say the Samsung Galaxy Fold, is it's probably not something I would buy for at least a few years. I think right now, I think smartphones are fine the way they are in their element, as far as just being like one flat screen, like this, for instance. Let's see, Michael Hill. I don't know why Michael Hill. I always think that I'm confusing you with Mill Hustles. Michael Hill, please subscribe to my channel if you are already not subscribed to my channel, by the way. Is there a notification light on the Umidigi A3 Pro? Yes, there is, brother. Right now it's not on, but it's right, I believe it's right here or right here. I think this is the camera. There is a little notification light right here. So it turns, I believe, blue or red when, let's see. It turns blue or red. Whoa, what the? I don't want to see that. It turns blue or red when you have a notification, and when you're charging it, it does turn like a different color. I think it turns green. But yes, speaking of notification lights, by the way, the new Mobile G3 Plus does have a notification light also, by the way. And I think that's probably one little feature on smartphones that I kind of miss from like some of the flagship devices. Live by Tech says, I would not get the Samsung Galaxy Fold because the iPhone will come out with something better. And that's probably going to be true, but if you think about it, Apple, they're always super late to the game when it comes to their actual debuts on specific things. So like, if you guys remember, like when iPhone barely introduced wireless charging to their phones, you know what I mean? Like, wireless charging has been around for years already. Android has been taking advantage of that since, like, I believe, 2014 or 2015. And the fact that the iPhone, I think which one was it? The iPhone 8 Plus or the 10 or the first iPhone 10 was barely capable of getting wireless charging, and everyone was making such a big deal about it. And I was just like, dude, that's been around forever. You know what I mean? Same thing when it comes to like its NFC or whatever purposes in the back. I think it got NFC. It was like super late to the game when it came to using NFC, which it's short for near field communication, which allows you to use mobile pay or transfer, or just use tap something on here to get it to work, basically something like Bluetooth headsets and everything like that. But it was super late to the game when it came to stuff like that. So I'm just kind of like weirded out in the fact that that was that people were like, oh man, like iPhone's revolutionary, when a lot of this stuff has existed for like a really, really long time. Okay, sorry, I'm just responding to somebody really quick. Okay. But yeah, for the most part, like, I think Samsung's doing the right thing. Thanks, bro. B-Tech Reviews, man. Thanks. Eventually, if my YouTube channel ever becomes popular, I'll start selling merch. Yeah. But until then, I know all of you guys would wear the B-Tech with the B-Tech logo over here, by the way. All right, Live by Tech. We'll see you if you're getting off, man. Thanks for tuning in tonight, man. Thanks for always being a fan of my channel, man. Appreciate it. Everyone go subscribe to Live by Tech, by the way. He has 2 channels, by the way, so check him. If you want to link your other channel down below, Live by Tech, go ahead, man. That's fine with me. But anyways, yeah, so I'm super excited about that. But again, I'm also, Samsung did the right thing in kind of delaying its, debut when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy Fold, because again, you don't want something like the Note 7 to happen again, because the Note 7 is like the phone that never was, right? People had that phone, they were having issues, the phone was exploding. It's just pretty crazy, I guess, to what happened with the Note 7 and how it came to be. Basically, like that phone never existed. So they're like, oh, okay, we sold all these units, but the phone's blowing up and it's causing a lot of issues. So let's just have everyone send the phone back. We'll send you another phone for free or whatever. And they ended up, I believe they ended up just giving them like the Samsung Galaxy 8 Pluses or whatever in its place. And I feel bad for people that bought the Note 7 because I know a lot of people were excited about that device. All right, let's see. Sorry about that. The Note 7 grenade. Yeah, basically. Is US Cellular a GEM carrier or a CDMA carrier? I'm not sure. I'm not really too familiar with US Cellular. US Cellular. US Cellular, because it's not really in my area. US Cellular, I'm Googling it right now. It says corporation doing business as a US Cellular is a regional carrier which owns and operates the 5th largest telecommunications network in the United States, serving 5 million customers in 426 markets. Okay, let's go to their website. Let's find out. At US Cellular, unlock my offer. Yeah, okay, continue without discount. I don't need a 20 days. I think I've seen US Cellular phones on sale through I think through like Best Buy. I think you can buy these phones. Total plans, get all the data you need, no hidden fees, prepaid plans. I'm not really too familiar with it. Total plans. So I don't know if you have to buy their specific devices to use their product or if you can bring your own product. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can bring your own product. Let's look at their coverage. If they're the 5th largest U.S. carrier, I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. From the looks of it, they got to be piggybacking like off Sprint or like AT&T or something because they have a pretty wide range of coverage. I mean, basically the entire U.S. So let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So CV Tech, what's up? How's it going? So CV Tech says, what's up? US Cellular is CDMA. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I'm not familiar with US Cellular too much. I mean, I've heard about it, but obviously I'm going to go by what CV Tech says. What's up, RJ? We're just chit-chatting here, man. Okay. All right, let's see. What's up, RJ Tech, man? Shout outs to you, man, by the way. Thanks for joining in, by the way. And sorry, I was actually like reading what US Cellular has to offer. So yeah, it looks like it's just a prepaid carrier. Obviously, you can probably buy like their smartphones like at Walmart or like Target. I think I've only seen them at Target in my area. But for the most part, they have the website. You can actually go to their website and look at their phones. I mean, you can buy iPhones, Android tablets, whatever. Let's see, deals and promotions, view deals. Let's look at their deals right now. iPhone XR for $0 down on us, no trade-in required. I wonder what the deal with that is. That's a pretty good deal if you don't have to pay. Switch and get an iPhone 8 for $0 on us, no trade-in required. It says promotional pricing requires total plan with unlimited data. A new line poured in, credit approval, qualified smartphone purchase, device protection, and comes via monthly bill credit on a $30 a month. Okay, I don't even know. Like, it looks like they have Moto phones. I mean, for the most part, you can get like, but basically you have to either port in your devices or something like that. I'm not 100% positive how this works. CV Tech would probably be able to elaborate a little more on it than me. CV Tech says US Cellular has very spotty coverage. The map looks impressive, but when zoomed in, they have a very specific markets. Yeah, so I mean, it's probably only going to be strong in some areas. Michael Hill says, would I be able to take out my US Cellular SIM and put it in an UMADIGI A3 Pro? Yes, you would. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to take out the SIM card and put it in your UMADIGI A3 Pro. So again, if you're still interested in buying this phone for me, man, reach out to me, man. Definitely think I'm thinking about selling it, man. Message me. I'll give you a good price, man. I will give you a good price on this phone, and we can go from there, man. And it'll come with the case and the original box and charger and everything. So it actually does come with a case. This is the case it comes with. So very impressed by the little case. So I mean I can't comment too much hard on US Cellular. I'll go with what CV Tech says. How you doing, CV Tech, man? I know you've been kind of a little MIA from the YouTube game. I know you've been able to post a little bit of videos here and there. All right, give me 1 second. I was just reading up more on that. Michael Hill, you can go to the main YouTube page, or here. Let me link you to my Facebook page, or you know what? Tweet at me. I'm sorry. Look, here is my. I'm gonna post on my Twitter page really quick, and you can message me directly on Twitter. That way, you can like me on Twitter if you haven't already followed me on Twitter. By the way, okay, I don't know what I'm looking at here. I should be able to post my Twitter since it's my actual. CV Tech, I'm going to make you a moderator, man. You now have moderator of my channel, man. You have now been access granted moderator. So that's pretty cool. I know that I've seen that on either you or CV Tech. Yeah, dude, I'm super excited about the UMADIGI A5. I think it's the A5 Pro actually. I'm definitely gonna get that phone. I was bouncing back between that and the UMADIGI Power, but no, dude. I'm gonna get the UMADIGI A5 Pro when it does come out, dude. I don't know if it's already on sale or not. I think you can get it from AliExpress. All right, let's see. What's up, C Butler? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining in again. Welcome to my live stream. We're just doing Tech Top. Okay, CV Tech says I'm fixing to grab the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7. You know, I mean, considering how popular and big Xiaomi is, I'm not really too familiar with their devices. The only device that I know I've been familiar with is the Pocophone or the Pocophone F1, which you know it hasn't. I never unfortunately was able to purchase it just because it's still a little bit out of my price range. It's still over $300, so I'm waiting on it. Michael Hill, if you need the link again to my Twitter, please go to my Twitter and you can DM me there directly, man. And I only take PayPal as payment, by the way. Or if you have like the Cash App, I guess I'll take Cash App also, but we'll talk about that. If you decide to direct message me. Have you ever had the Blue XL4? I have not actually. The only Blue phone that I have reviewed is the Blue Vivo Go, which is I guess the Blue Vivo Go edition, which was not a the Blue V. I'm not gonna knock on Blue because I haven't tested out their other devices. I know that the XI is a good phone, the XL4 is a good phone, or at least from what I've seen other reviewers say is that they're decent phones, but I did not have a good experience with the with the Blue Vivo, and that device. I basically I tested it out, I reviewed it, and then I actually requested a refund on it through Amazon just because it was just very unusable in my opinion. CV Tech says, "All right, good night, Frank Crawford. We'll see you, man. The Blue Vivo Xi is now Verizon compatible." And you know, for the most part, like I'm not again 100% familiar with, like, if what carrier it's it's going to be compatible with, etc. like that. The one that I purchased was unlocked, so I was able to use it on T-Mobile. But other than that, there was really no major issues. Give me a second, guys. Okay. CV Tech says that's currently my daily phone. I have no complaints with this phone. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten my hands on the XI or whatever you want to call it, or I don't know, maybe it's just the XL with the little L. And I've messed around with it at Best Buy. It seems like a pretty solid phone. But for the price, I was just like, I don't know if it's worth getting. And I just never bought it. But CV Tech, I was talking about a new review unit that I am getting this Friday, by the way. And I put out a poll. I don't know if you pay attention to my Twitter or my YouTube posts, but I will be receiving a new review unit this Friday. So hopefully you guys can keep an eye out on the unboxing of that. I'm gonna do an unboxing of that, and for those of you that are just joining in, if you guys are watching this super late, I won't spoil it for you. We'll leave some anticipation. Would the Umidigi be a good phone to use every day? I think so. I mean, I don't, for the most part, I've reviewed this phone and I use it. I use it at home. For the most part, again, it really depends on what you're going to use it for, Michael. I mean, I know you've been asking a lot of questions on the Umidigi A3 Pro. But for the most part, man, it's not, for the price of this phone, I think it's a very good value. You know what I mean? I don't think that this phone has a lot of major flaws. I think if there's there's only one thing I can complain about. It's basically just the camera and the camera app. But again, that's not to say that the phone will update and have future better use. You know what I mean? I do have a video of the Umidigi camera and whatnot. Let me see if I can find that on my YouTube channel, actually. Or there's a video where I just do camera testing. It might be on the actual review page, so you might want to check that out. I do have a video of me reviewing that. So, CV Tech, you haven't been on Twitter. When did I post that? I actually posted it like not even like a day ago, I think, or I posted it like 3 hours ago, actually. So right now I have a poll going on Twitter saying which smartphone am I going to get this Friday? Is it going to be the Moto G7, the Umidigi Power, the Blue XL4, or the Moto G7 Play? So go ahead and vote. I kind of want to see. But yeah, dude, I'm super interested to see the Umidigi A5 Pro, which is, again, I feel like it's going to be probably better than the F1. So it says Global Launch Event May the 8th. So I'm hopefully gonna try to get my hands on that device. Right now, I think it's discounted at like $139 if you buy it off AliExpress. All right, let's see. All right, haven't been on Twitter. Okay, Usama Shad, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter since this morning. I'll be sure to vote. CV Tech, man, I hope everything's going good, man. I've been watching a lot of Tito's videos, actually. Aloha Android has been posting pretty much on the daily, man. My Umidigi F1 is perfect. It's been amazing. There's the F1 and then there's the F1 Play. And from what I was seeing, I think the F1 Play actually has better specs, which doesn't make sense to me. Because if you go back to the Motorola family, like the Motorola G family, usually the Play version of the phone is actually the cheaper version. But from when I was looking at both phones respectively, as far as their specs go, the F1 actually is cheaper than the F1 Play as far as price goes, and I think it has. I don't know if it's a RAM thing. I think the F1 only has like 4 or 6 gigs, when the F8 or the F1 Play has like 8 gigs of RAM or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong there, CV Tech, but I'm just not 100% sure. So let's see. But yeah, I posted that on Twitter, man. Go check that out. Right now, I currently am sitting at 117 followers. I had 118, but someone unfollowed me, so you know that it is what it is. I can't do much about that. Not a lot of people follow me on Twitter. Obviously, I think I posted this on. Oh, I got a new mobile service called North American Mobile. Followed me on Twitter, which is weird. That's a new company, I guess. We want to hear your Tuesday thoughts. Vote on your poll. Low cost, new phone. Okay, nationwide cellular service and unlimited calling to 60 plus countries. I've never heard of this carrier. It's called North America Mobile, and it's $25 a month unlimited. North America Mobile, 7-day money back guarantee. I should actually message them directly and just be like, hey, would you guys be willing to, you know, give me a free month of use on your service or something like that for my YouTube channel? I'm actually doing that as we speak. Why not, right? It doesn't hurt to message them. The worst that they can say is no, okay? But that's weird. I didn't even realize that they had followed me. So, let's see. Yeah, it does have a bit better. They released it not long after I purchased the regular F1. The F1 has 4 gigs of RAM, and the F1 Play has 6 gigs. So like, I don't see the difference. The only thing that I can tell you about the F1 Play is that as far as the price point goes, is that I think it comes with like 128 gigs of memory, opposed to the F1 or the F1 has 128 gigs of internal ROM, opposed to the F1 Play, which will only give you like 64 gigs. But again, the F1 Play is more expensive, but you're getting like 2 more gigs of RAM. So is that little bit of performance going to be much of a difference opposed to you getting like a lot more ROM in your phone? Yeah, so I reached out to them, and I'm hoping. Check this out, CV Tech. By the way, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, by the way, but I ended up getting an NWO version of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, man, at my recent Comic-Con. So super proud that I finally got this. So I'm gonna put this back real quick. Put it next to Oscar over here. All right. Anyway. You're saying the F1 Play is supposed to have better camera. You know what? Like when it comes to Umidigi, like they've been coming out with all this stuff, like all of their flagship devices, like the F1 or the S1 Pro, or even the S3 Pro, whatever. They're all supposed to have like really, really good cameras, like 48 plus megapixel cameras and like 18 megapixel front cameras. But for the most part, like until you actually like see a good video or a photo test on that, I'm gonna be skeptical about this. I'm not going to disagree with like performance or something like that, though. Michael Hill says, have you ever heard of the K8 Plus? Is that KB or K8? No, that's K8 Plus. No, I have not heard of that, man. Is that like a specific brand? All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm just responding to a friend. So I messaged North American Mobile or whatever, and they only have 31 followers right now, by the way, guys. So if you guys want, I'll go ahead and post the link on them, and you guys can check their Twitter out. Maybe they'll actually respond back. Oh, you're talking about the LG K8. I mean, I've heard of the LG K3, but not the K8. But I mean, I'm not really so much interested in LG phones that much anymore, unless it's like a Nexus branded device. I do kind of want to get my hand on a used LG G6 just because I remember having that phone a couple of years back. Before I actually had the iPhone 10, I was actually using the LG G6. And although the performance wasn't like super top tier, I remember being super impressed with the actual cameras because it had like that. And now if you look at LG phones, like it has 3 cameras, right? And it has like those 3 different porta frames or whatever you want to call it. But for the most part, you know, it's just been pretty crazy the past couple of years on what phone companies are just doing with their cameras and just all the tech that's going into phones nowadays. You know what I mean? Like foldable phones that, you know, wipe your ass basically. I mean, you're gonna get all of that, guys. It's been pretty crazy. But guys, again, if you guys are just joining in, please like this video. And you know, again, if you guys have been wondering where I've been, I just have been kind of taking a break from YouTube. You know, sometimes you just kind of have to do that, I guess. As far as you know, making videos goes, I've never been known to be a guy to be consistently posting videos on the daily. I feel like if you're posting videos daily, you're gonna just burn out a lot quicker. This year, I have produced a lot of videos, though. I mean, I've already probably produced more than like 60 videos, or maybe even 60 to 100. I need to go back. I need to count to see how many videos I've done this year. Let me open up another tab and we find out for you guys. And we'll see what's going on. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, this past week I just kind of took a break. It was post Easter, and I just wanted to, you know, take a little break, just focus on my job, and you know, I didn't want to think about YouTube or anything. Yes, of course, I was still watching YouTube videos. I know I don't want to switch accounts. Hold on, let me go to Creator Studio over here. Creator Studio Beta. I don't like Creator Studio Beta, by the way. If you guys are content creators, dude, CV Tech, my analytics have been horrible the past, like, well, I was saying this at the beginning of the video that even though I hadn't been posting, my view rate has been kind of like consistent to when I'm actually posting consistently. So like on average, I'll just be honest with you guys, my channel gets about 13 to 1500 views a day, right? All last week when I wasn't posting up till today, which was already Tuesday, I wasn't you know, I wasn't posting. I was getting on average between 11 and 1500 views depending on the day, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think after Easter, you know, my viewership did slow down a little bit. I don't think it's the reason. I don't think it's because we're not posting though. I don't think that's the reason, RJ. Obviously YouTube's algorithm just is horrible, and I'm always going to say that just because like these small tech tubers are just not blowing up like they should be compared to some, and it really just depends on what, you know, the search engine is and what you're searching for. What is this? Oh, it's an air freshener. Spray a little bit. But for the most part, you know, I hadn't been posting, and I was still averaging about 1300 views a day. So that's only about 200 views less than what I was normally getting. On a good day, I'll probably hit like 16 to 1900 views, just depending. That's if I'm posting on the average, okay? So I mean, take that just like with a grain of salt or whatever, you know what I mean? You don't have to be consistently posting. I mean, your viewership is not going to drop terribly. At least I don't think it will, or at least it hasn't for me. I guess it really just depends on the channel. I mean, you know what I mean, RJ? But you know, for the most part, you know, like I remember talking to Kevin Breeze about it on Twitter also. And shout out to Kevin Breeze if he watches this later on. But we were, you know, same thing. The same thing was happening for him, you know, and the thing about him, guys like him and TechRight or whatever, you know, those guys are financially getting all of their money from YouTube, you know, so this is their job. This is what they do. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for the most part, you know, this is just part-time for me. Damn, that is a big drop, by the way, CV Tech. So CV Tech says he was receiving 15K every 48 hours, which is about 7.5 thousand views every day. So that's really good, man. So your viewership is still that's still strong in my opinion. You dropped, you said, from that to about 9,000, which is still about 4,500. Hold on, let me open the door. My dog wants to come. Come on, keep going. Come on. Come on, also, come on. Come on. Come on. You've probably seen my dogs walking right now. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that or not. My dogs wanted to come in the room. But yeah, that is a significant drop. So, you know, I kind of understand. I guess when you have a viewership that high and you see it drop that much, you know, I could see what the problem is there, or how it is a problem for some people. For me, a couple hundred views isn't going to break the bank. You know, I don't see a huge difference when it comes to like monetization. Okay, I don't know what my dogs are doing. Okay, hold on. Let's see if you guys can can get this. I hope my webcam doesn't disconnect over here. You can see my big dog. His name's Henry. Let's see. We have Sophia over here. You can see my tripod. I don't know what's going on. They're just having their fun. Henry, Sophia. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I guess. Whoa, you can see my nostrils and my facial hair. It's time for a shave, guys, by the way. But anyways, I mean, I can see, right? I can see, I guess, the wariness when it comes to that, man. But don't stress too hard, CV Tech, on that, man. Don't always make it about posting videos on the daily. And just focus on your content in general, man. I mean, if your content's good, people are gonna watch no matter what, man. So I definitely kind of I want to attest to that, because you know, I feel like people that have followed my YouTube channel over the years are still fans of me, and they're still watching my videos, even if they don't like something now compared to when I was posting videos like 3 to 5 years ago, right? But you guys want a doggy treat? Let me give them a doggy treat. You guys want a doggy treat? Oh my god, my dog. My dog just pushed my computer chair, by the way. Oh my god. What do you guys want? And my little dog wants one also. You want a doggy treat? Here, okay, there, go away. Okay, let's find out. I'm feeding my dog, sorry guys, or I'm giving him little snacks. Here. You don't want one? Okay. Here. I know Henry will eat it. Okay. All right. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty crazy drop, man. I mean, that's almost like what, 6,000 views that you're losing in viewership, man. So I can understand, man. So I mean, I can feel you there, man. I'm sorry. Hey, who are you looking for? Cheeto's not in here. He's looking for my cat. My cat's not even in here, guys. So that's just totally weird, by the way. My dogs kind of just, they probably want to go outside. They want to be annoying. But anyways, for the most part, guys, I hope you guys keep an eye out on that video that I'm going to post this Friday. And I'm hoping that my viewership at least hits what CV Tech is saying here. CV Tech, big shout out to you, man. If you guys are not following RJ Tech, I am going to post the link over here to his videos. Oh yeah, you know what? You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna check to see how many videos I've actually posted this year. Before I sign off here, let's find out. Like, let's see. And if you guys are still watching, I'm just really shocked if you guys are still watching me live stream right now. I've been going on for about an hour already, a little more than an hour. So I want to thank all of you guys that have been watching me so far. Okay, not including live streams. Let's see, because I probably have live streamed a little more than I have done, you know, actual just regular review videos. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so 23 videos that I have uploaded that I actually shot with a camera and edited this year, which is pretty good in my opinion. 23, and again, that doesn't include live stream. So if I go to live, let's see, 23 plus, and we're gonna count this number right now. Let's see, 23 plus. Oh my gosh, I have so many live streams. Okay, so 23 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so yeah, I was pretty much on the number when it came to me and my uploads. I've uploaded about 43 videos this year. So 23 again are me taking video of something and editing and shooting it for you guys. And then I've done 20 live streams, including this one right now. So that would be 44 actually, not 43. But anyways, guys, do you guys have any questions or comments about my channel or to me specifically? Michael Hill, if you're still there, CV Tech, if you're still there, it still says that I have about 5 viewers, but I got no one commenting over here. Let me let my dogs out. Let me let my dogs out really quick. Go. Yeah, shoot. Go. All right, you can stay there. I don't care. All right. All right, just making sure, man. Sometimes the pauses are really long, and I just don't know if people are still, you know, watching my thing because no one's making comments. I feel like they're just watching me make a fool of myself sometimes. Like, Don't look at me, guys. Ah. No, but anyways, I mean, I appreciate all the people that are still continue to watch my YouTube videos. I mean, I know everyone has their daily lives, and for other content creators like CB Tech, you know, I know he's busy, uh, you know, making his plans and you know getting his review units and making his videos as well. So, uh, C Butler, you're doing a great stream. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying my live stream. Let me know if there's any topic of conversation that you guys want to talk about. Like as far as smartphone goes, I was talking about the Galaxy Fold earlier. Michael Hall, if you're interested in the UMA-Digi A3 Pro, hit me up, man. I will send this to you. Obviously, I'll give you a price once you message me directly. And again, I have the original box up here somewhere. So, okay. C Butler says you're watching my video while working on other stuff in the background. So one reason why I think that's going to come up this Friday, by the way, CV Tech. So one reason why I think that the viewership has kind of gone down is because it's the end of April, man. And you know, if you're familiar with school, obviously college students and high school kids or whatever, it's the end of the school year already. So a lot of these kids are focusing on their finals, final projects, their proms, whatever they're going to do. So, think about it. A lot of viewership that YouTube gets is probably, from the younger generation, not just people like in their 20s and up, obviously, right? But, a lot of content that's being watched is from, kids that are teenagers. So you have to take that into consideration, man. The reason why we might not be hitting a lot of good viewership right now is because, it's just not that time of the year right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, we all know that January to October are the big months for YouTube. Yeah, so I mean, if you're a content creator, those are the best times to be putting out videos because, or as far as viewership goes, your channel is gonna kind of double, sometimes triple in viewership, just depending on what videos you have that are out there. Me specifically, I made good money this past November and December. So I'm not complaining one bit. About that. You know what I mean? I obviously, January, February slowed down a little bit when it came to monetizing your videos. But at the same time, you have to look at, again, school started again in January. People are going to school. People are they're having to work full time. Obviously, they're going to their jobs. So for me, I think like it doesn't bug me that sometimes that the viewership or whatever, it kind of slows down at some points. You're going to get that. But again, just continue to put out content when you can. It doesn't have to be an all the time thing. I mean, for me, like even when I was only posting videos like once a month, I think there was a point where I was just doing videos once a month. I was still getting a decent amount of views a day. Well, when I stopped posting videos consistently, I was under the 1,000 view a day mark, but I was still getting like 500 to 800 views a day, regardless. And that's because I stopped making videos like, all the time. If I were to stop making videos now up until the end of the year, I would still get viewership, but just not, people are going to be like, why hasn't he been making video? Again, I don't know if YouTube's algorithm is going to mess with that or whatever, but for the most part, I mean, I know that if I post a video, it's not going to instantly blow up the same day. One thing that I'm taking advice from other strong YouTubers are, right now I've only reviewed one UMA-Digi phone, by the way, Michael Hill. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, one thing that I've been trying to take advice from like the big name YouTubers or guys like Casey Neistat is you want to play the long game when it comes to YouTube. So, or even Sean Cannell, if you guys follow him, his name's Sean Cannell. He has a YouTube channel called Think Media or Video Influencers also, and he gives a lot of good advice on how to play the long game. And he'll talk about videos that he posted from like years ago, right? Like 5 or 6 years ago that have like over 1 million views. But he says that that's not always how that video has been. It hasn't always been just a popular video. You know what I mean? So I mean, you have to look at all your videos as a whole, and you just kind of have to just see like, hey, over time this video is going to get views. I noticed last year when I posted videos that when the first month or so those videos didn't have many views. And now that if I go back to those videos, I see that those videos have like thousands and thousands of views already. So yeah, I mean, it might take time, but you're going to see that those videos are going to gain the viewership eventually. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm playing the long game, regardless whether if people are watching my content now or from a year from now. You know what I mean? CV Tech says buying phones gets expensive after a while, but I guess you have to spend money to make money, right? Are you planning on doing more? Michael Hill, yes. My next review video will be coming up my next unboxing video will be this week. So that'll be on Friday. So stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'm going to be posting an unboxing video Friday, and then I'll be doing a few review videos over the weekend or next week. So just keep an eye out on that. I am going to buy another Umidigi device after I review this one. So after I review my next phone, I'm going to get the Umidigi A5 Pro. So reason being is because this looks like a really good budget, budget device that is decked out as far as cameras and its specs go. So I'm really interested to see how that phone performs, and I'm gonna match it up with other phones like the new Mobile G3 Plus, and even possibly my iPhone 10 or even whatever, like the new Mobile G3 Plus. I'll try to compare it to that. But CV Tech is right. Spending phones costs a lot of money, so that's one reason why I'm trying to kind of stay away from it as much as possible. I've been trying to reach out to phone companies actually, and I'm very lucky that they sent me the G3 Plus. I know Mill Hustles. Me and him were talking about this earlier, but I was very happy when New Mobile sent me the G3 Plus, man. And I'm hoping that they send me the G4 when it comes out. Yeah, I haven't seen too many new prepaid phones coming to stores like they used to. Yeah, for whatever reason, I feel like Boost Mobile and like carriers like Virgin Mobile, I feel like they're kind of getting away from selling newer devices opposed to like actually porting in your number. Like I feel like Boost Mobile is just having like, oh, port in your number now, and we'll give you an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 6s, for only $40, whatever you want to call it. So instead of like giving you a brand new device like the Samsung Galaxy 10 or whatever, or the 10e, which I'm sure you can still buy from those carriers, but again, you're gonna spend $700-800. So I feel like they're getting that. What they want right now is to just get people to use their service opposed to actually purchasing the devices on their service. So I feel like I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't really even been checking the Virgin Mobile website, but I kind of agree there. And that's why for me, I've been kind of going the unlocked route instead of going to prepaid carriers, man, just because I feel like the unlocked route is probably like the best route to go when it comes to reviewing phones. I feel like 5 years ago, yes, buying prepaid phones was a thing, but now like if you go to carriers like Cricket and Metro and whoever, Boost Mobile, they're costing almost as much as if you were to just go to T-Mobile or Verizon. Just to buy, one of their plans. You know what I mean? To me, that's not. It's not really worth it anymore. If you're having to pay almost as much for the service, as like per T-Mobile or Verizon or even Sprint. There's just so many. And yeah, I'm going the unlocked route because there is so many to choose from, and there's just a lot. There's a lot more options when it comes to unlocked. You can just do so many more things. You know what I mean? No complaints there, guys, but let's see. Let me see. Okay, Michael Hill says, what version of the Umidigi? Okay, Michael Hill is asking what version is the Umidigi running. If you're asking what version of Android it's running Android 8.1 Oreo. So it doesn't have Android Pie, so don't expect Android Pie from any Umidigi phone, at least not right now. At least if you want Android Pie, you're going to have to buy the S3 Pro or probably the F1 or the F1 Play. So you're not going to get that from this specific version, though. I don't think it'll update to Android Pie either. All right. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So again, I don't know what version the F1 has. I'm sure CV Tech is probably agreeing with me that the F1 probably has Android version 8.1. So again, take it with a grain of salt, man. You're not going to get the latest version of Android, but my dad is still using a cell phone that has Android Marshmallow, dude, and it runs just fine, dude. So don't think that you need the latest and greatest version of Android to have a good experience as far as Android goes, man. I mean, for the most part, when Android comes out with like a new version, there's very minimal changes. Same thing with like iOS. When iOS was like, there's really no difference between iOS 9 and iOS 12, like from start to finish. There's just a few little tweaks that they changed. Okay, so don't think that you're not going to get updates as far as like bug fixes and all that goes. You're probably still going to get bug fixes. Your apps are going to be updated as long as Google Play allows them to update. And for the most part, the phone's going to last you a few good years before you decide to get another device, man. So just take that with a grain of salt, Michael Hill. And again, man, if you're interested in this phone, reach out to me, man. I'm definitely willing to sell it. Again, I take PayPal or Cash App, so we can talk there, or even Chase Quick Pay. So if you're interested, go ahead and send me a DM, Michael Hill. You can go to my main YouTube channel, look for my email address, or you can go to my Twitter page. And again, I will post my Twitter page for you, just so that you can go follow me on Twitter, and you can actually message me. So let me find. Oh shit! What did I do? What did I do? Okay, I'm like on the wrong page here. Exit. I was on the US Cellular page for whatever reason. There you go. So again, I'm gonna link you my my thing over here, and then. I've been actually wanting to try the other ZTE phones, the ones that TechRite reviewed, the Blade Max or whatever, I guess. So yeah, I mean, Marshmallow was a good version of Android, and so was Nougat. So, I mean, I don't know why Google insists on having to update the version of Android every single year. I think after it gets to like Android 10. I don't know what's gonna happen, but eventually they're gonna change something, right? I mean, they're gonna get tired of calling it like after, because I mean they're already on Android P. They started with Android A, letter A. You guys have to realize that they're already on Android P over here. Okay, so there's a big difference. The Blade Max 2 is what I was talking about. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what the difference between the Blade Max 2 and then the other Blade, whatever I guess you want to call it. Again, I'm not too familiar with ZTE, but I mean for the price, those were actually pretty good deals. So I might actually consider getting one of those when the price actually goes down even more. When they decide to release a new phone, and they decide to do give it a discounted price. You know what I mean? Because I mean for what it was, from the video I saw, they seem to be pretty okay, solid devices. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off. I've already been live streaming for like a good hour and a half already. So thanks again for watching my videos. Again, keep an eye out for the unboxing video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. And, again, if you haven't liked this video, go ahead and like it. Share it on your YouTube, or share it on your Twitter. Share it on whatever you can. Tell your friends about my YouTube channel. I can't continue to grow unless, other people see my videos. So, again, guys, this is Mike from VTech signing off. CVTech, big shout out to you again, man. We'll see you guys next time. Keep an eye out for my video on Friday. You guys have a good night. Thanks for watching.